Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Finally back with another one. Meant to make this one last weekend, but I've had a sinus infection. It's still there a little bit, but we can actually hear out of our ears, so that's great. Going to be a collection update, volume 1. This is mostly records I got for Christmas. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but we're going to do it now. So, before we get started, if you can hear what's going on in the background, we have Sylosis, Conclusion of an Age. It's the first Sylosis record, came out in 2008. This thing kicks ass, thrashy, melodic, not really metalcore. I know a lot of people kind of lump them into the Trivium sound back in the day, but they're melodic thrash metal. Labels don't matter. It's metal. It's awesome. Check it out. The singer on this one is different than the rest of the records. This was a different singer. He parted ways, I believe, in 2010. And then Josh Middleton, the founder of the band, guitar player, took on vocal duties, and he does them still to this day. So, for sure, here it is. Conclusion of an Age. Go ahead and check it out. That's Sylosis. First up in the record collection update, we have Korn, Follow the Leader. This is a pretty freaking awesome record. I remember hearing Freak on a Leash for the first time, and I was like, yo, this is really cool. Which I probably vibed with the new metal stuff a little bit more than like other metal at the time. Like way back when I first heard this, I think I heard this like, I don't know, I was a teenager when I heard this, but this is an awesome record. Nothing too special in here. You just get the cover here. Now, if you do buy this, I believe this is the Walmart edition. It has the red vinyl, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's gorgeous. Awesome sounding record. It's great. Not my favorite Korn record. My favorite Korn record would probably be, I believe it's Untitled. Is that what it is? It has, it's got like the weird little, I don't even know what you want to call it, like steampunky scarecrow on the front cover. It's got Evolution on it. That's a great album. I really like that one. It was probably, I think that was the first Korn album I ever bought. But yeah, Freak on a Leash is probably the highlight of this album for me in terms of all the songs. Got the Life, I think, is probably my second. I don't really like this album from start to finish. There's a lot of songs I like on here, but there's also a lot of songs I dislike. It's not one of those I can throw this on and enjoy everything. I think the front of the album's really good, and I think the later half is kind of meh. It kind of falls down a little bit, but it's still a good album. You know, no shade, no harm. Anyway, Follow the Leader, Korn. Awesome little guy. I'm going to move on to another one here. This one is a classic that the band needs no introduction, and that is Iron Maiden's Power Slave. This thing's cool. This is, I believe, the 40th anniversary edition. Got some cool art on the back, but the real magic and the real juice lies in here. That's cool. I love the gatefold. I love that the vinyl kind of pokes through here. It's got hieroglyphs on it. It's really cool. Pardon the glare. Yeah, I love this thing. I love this album. Not my favorite Maiden album. That would probably be reserved for Number of the Beast, followed by Fear of the Dark. But it depends on the day, I suppose. Get the lyrics in here. Cool little pictures. A little bit of descriptions of the album on the back. Some cool art. This record's cool. This record's a classic. I mean, Power Slave. Power Slave is awesome. Aces High. 2 Minutes to Midnight. There's just so many good songs on this record. This is one. This is one of the ones you can just throw on. Just throw it on, leave it, play it on repeat. I like it. I like it a lot. 2 Minutes to Midnight. 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 Really, really solid record. Strong performance by Maiden. Like I said, not my favorite. Number of the Beast, probably top Maiden album. Maybe Fear of the Dark after that, and then maybe Power Slave. Number 2 spot depends on the day. Oh, and before I forget, included in this was also this guy right here, a little like 3D dude. It looks kind of janky on camera, but in person it looks pretty cool. I think I might frame it, maybe hang it up somewhere. But for right now, I just gotta have it sitting on top of one of the speakers next to the guitars. Yeah, a little bit of a different setup today. You know, got the guitars back here, the record player, speakers, CDs. For him, this might be better with the light coming this way instead of me sitting with it going that way. Let me know. Let me know if this looks better or not. Hoping it does. Oh, we're almost at the end here. I didn't have as much as I thought I did. Following it up, a 2021 release that I was super hyped for and I still listen to all the time. We Butter the Bread with Butter. Das Album. For those who aren't familiar with We Butter the Bread with Butter, it started off as a 2-piece, I believe, expanded into a bigger full band. The original vocalist left. I think they tried to get a little bit more serious, and then that vocalist left. The band pretty much split up, and now it's just the original 2 members, the guitar player and the singer. For those who aren't familiar with We Butter the Bread with Butter, a German band, Electric Callboy, but deathcore. If you like Electric Callboy and you want a little bit of heavier flavor on that, We Butter the Bread with Butter. As you can see, definitely a couple of clowns. This is these guys. This is a solid record from front to back. This thing, you can just turn it on and listen to it. There's crazy breakdowns, crazy vocal lines. The song 20 km/h, which is about going 20 kilometers an hour on a scooter. It's kind of a little meme song, just like everything else on this record. That song has a little Crazy Frog breakdown on it, so if that sounds cool to you, you should check it out. That is Das Album. Favorite song on here? Probably Pix mich and 20 km/h. But overall, I mean, Angriff der Döner-Teller is another good one, which Döner-Teller is just it's a Turkish dish. It's a döner. It's usually a little wrap. It's got lamb in it, cucumbers, some sauce, whatever else you want to throw into it. The song's basically just Attack of the Döner. I mean, these guys are memes. They come out with an album and then they disappear again, which is pretty much what they did. They dropped this album, a couple of good singles. Album did really well, super well received. Everybody loved it, and then they just disappeared again. They vanished until they come back again. Which hopefully we get a new album soon, because I still can't get enough of this guy. Absolute memesters, really, really partycore guys. If you haven't checked them out and you like Electric Callboy, they also did a version of Hypa Hypa. And the music video is pretty funny because it's just Electric Callboy basically trying to direct We Butter the Bread with Butter doing Hypa Hypa. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. I love this album so much. It's great. Yeah. Check it out. Last but not least, I have this really, really cool King Diamond Conspiracy picture disc. Super excited to get this in. One of my favorite King Diamond albums, and King Diamond's one of my favorite artists. It probably makes top 5, honestly. I love King Diamond. You get the front cover here, and then some art on the back. This thing's cool, and it looks cool when it plays. I mean, just seeing the King's creepy little face just kind of twirly-whirly around on the record player is really neat. I love King Diamond. For those unfamiliar with King Diamond, he is... I guess this would be the more quote-unquote solo project, even though it's a full-fledged band and everyone gets credit for the most part. King Diamond started out in Merciful Fate, an old Danish artist, and then he started King Diamond after Merciful Fate split up. Vocal range, typical 80s. Not like heavy death metal growls or anything. It's very, very, very chill 80s. but he does a lot of falsetto, and he likes to play characters within the songs. So if there's a song that deals with multiple characters, say your main character and your protagonist, your antagonist, and maybe some side characters, he will vary up the vocal range in order to portray those characters appropriately, so you can figure out what's going on in the song. It's really cool. I've met a lot of people who aren't into King Diamond or into metal, and people who aren't into King Diamond, I usually just throw stuff at them. Just give it to them. They'll either love it or hate it, right? I wasn't into King Diamond the first time I heard it. I was like, the falsetto kind of throws me off. And then I think the first song I heard was Welcome Home, sorry, off the album Them. And it was okay. And then I heard Abigail, and Abigail was like, that's where it clicked for me. The storytelling and King playing the different parts within the song really just, I don't know, blew my mind. And I've met a couple people at work who aren't really into metal, like they kind of dabble, but I've thrown King Diamond their way, usually Abigail, and it sticks, it sticks. They sort of vibe with it, they feel it. I think I said it's not for everybody. Sometimes the high falsetto really just like turns people off, but I think to me that's kind of what King Diamond's known for, and that's what stands out. Of course, Pete Black and Andy LaRocque are phenomenal guitar players. I, for the life of me, don't know the name of the drummer. I'm so sorry. But Andy LaRocque being one of my favorite guitar players just kind of seals the whole deal for me. Anything King Diamond I usually vibe towards. That being said, off of this record, Sleepless Nights is probably my favorite song. I wouldn't say it's the best song. It's my favorite song. The guitar solo is crazy. I love the build-up that leads into the guitar solo. It's super kind of dark and haunting, and then you get this like nice sense of relief after the guitar solo. I don't really have a least favorite song. I don't really want to do that. Sleepless Nights. If there's any song you want to check off of here, Sleepless Nights by King Diamond off of the album Conspiracy. That'd be my go-to recommendation for anybody not familiar with this record or with King Diamond as a whole. I think that's it. I don't really have anything else yet. I've got a couple other records that I'm waiting on, and I've gotten a couple in the mail, but I'm going to do those next week, I think. Next week. We'll do volume 2 next week, because we got a couple. You know what? We'll do one right now. We will do... I'm pretty sure I can show this on YouTube, and if not, it'll be okay. We got Cannibal Corpse, Violence Unimagined. This is the 2021 release of Cannibal Corpse. This is the alternate artwork. The original artwork does not look like this. I found this guy and I was like, I need to have it because it's cool. This album is awesome. So first, you get this guy. Pretty cool. I think this is supposed to be more of a bloodstain, but someone said it kind of looks like, I don't know, like a little highlighter, maybe a little lipstick. Maybe they're not wrong. You know what? It's a good attempt. It's a good attempt for the vinyl, but it still looks cool when it's playing. In addition to that, what I think is really, really cool about this guy is the booklet is absolutely massive. Like, I kid you not, this thing is massive. I'm not going to show the baby, but each song has a lyric sheet and its own accompanying art. And you get that for every single song on the album. It's cool. There's some real cool stuff in here. I had a lot of fun going through, checking out the lyrics while I was listening to the album. Just checking out the art, some grotesque stuff on here. Nothing that's like too bad, nothing just crazy. It's Cannibal Corpse. You know exactly what you're getting when you buy a Cannibal Corpse album. They're still going strong. Their last album was really good. This album is just some good stuff on here. Favorite song of the album? It's a tough one. Probably Inhumane Harvest, which is the third track on this album. If you're not familiar with Cannibal Corpse, I say go check out Inhumane Harvest off of Violence Unimagined. The opening guitar riff is phenomenal. I had been listening to this album for a while. One day I came home from work and I was like, man, I got an idea for a guitar riff. Grabbed the guitar, started playing, recorded it, was listening to it. I'm like, man, this is awesome. later in the evening, I start listening to some music. Inhumane Harvest comes on, and I was like, oh, I just, ripped off a Cannibal Corpse riff. And here I thought I was being super cool and original, but that riff was just subconsciously in my brain. So that's it. Inhumane Harvest by Cannibal Corpse. Go check out that song. You will love that opening guitar riff. It is absolutely amazing. All right. That's pretty much it. The back of this. This is the original art. You just get this in big format. Instead of this, I showed this to a friend at work, and they looked at it, and then they looked at me, and they went, Brennan, that's a baby. I said, yeah, that's a baby. Awesome. Love it. Such a good album. I don't know. I love it. You know what you're getting with Cannibal Corpse. You know what you're getting. And if you don't, well, now you do. But that's it. I don't have much else for today. I'll gather up some stuff for next time. Don't hold me to it, but maybe in a couple of days I might do an album review. We'll see how that goes. I don't know what much to say about an album. Ideas maybe? Drop ideas in the comments on what I should cover in an album review. I don't know. I just want to talk about an album that is very near and dear to my heart. It's probably not going to be very structured and very formatted, but if there's anything in particular you think I should touch upon, drop it in the comments. Hope you guys have a good day, and that's all for today.